Hi, this is Doug English with Active Advisors with your stock market update. Stock market has been selling off lately. I'm sure you've noticed. The war in Iran has caused oil prices to be elevated. Elevated oil prices are something that can bring a market down because it just increases the cost of inputs for many manufacturers around the globe. Well, you probably also know that these war-related shocks tend to be very temporary for the US. And if you go out 6 or 12 months after they occur, historically, you end up with a market that went up after it first went down. And we're potentially in that first period where the market is trying to figure out what's going to happen and how severe it is. So we're down about 7% from the pre-war high, a very unremarkable pullback, historically speaking. Now, I know when you multiply 7% times the large account values that many of you have, it is a substantial drawdown from the high point. However, the systems in your account have been working. About 30 days ago, our momentum-based stock rotation system retreated into its cash-like position, and it's been there ever since. So depending on your mix, you have a substantial set aside in a safe place in case some funds are needed by you, or when we get that positive momentum back for us to put back in, hopefully at a lower price. Now, when we see these sorts of shocks in the environment, that initial dip followed by a rally some months later can be a buying opportunity. We'll be looking at that in your portfolios. And if it gets to be a bigger dip, as very well could occur, I'll be making these update videos to let you know if we get to the point where it's the kind of dip where it's statistically rare and you want to buy into. A 7% drop is not very remarkable, historically speaking. So if you are worried and you want to reevaluate your risk tolerance, or more importantly, reevaluate when you're going to need money, your goal should be get to the other side of this dip and not need to sell when markets are down. So how we do that is A, you control some of your when you need money, and then B, we've got lots of other options in your accounts to be able to source money from. So we want to help you get to the other side. We want to help you win. We thank you very much for your business, and please reach out if you're worried, you want to get into the details, you want to get into your financial plan. We are here for you.